Today's Wednesday, January 7th, 2015. You're tuned into the Elevator Radio Show. The Elevator is a proud supporter of the Elevators Clear Safety Foundation. To find out how you can make a difference, visit their website today, www.eesf.org. Hey everybody, Happy New Year. Got a good show today, so stay tuned. Here it comes.
You're tuned in to the Elevator Radio Show, a weekly program dedicated to covering news and information on elevators, escalators, and moving walkways.
Words in the English language. I tune in each week and am glad that you offer this service to the industry. It's better than Google News Alerts. Sarah from Washington writes, "Love the show, Tom, and look forward to it each week. I'm glad I signed up for the newsletter. You provide a valuable resource for the industry, not only for North America, but worldwide."
Enjoy the show. And now, here's your sleep-deprived host, Tom Seibert.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Happy New Year to everybody. Truly Happy New Year. It's great to be here this Wednesday morning. Apologize for not putting the show out last week. I was tired, and as I noted in my show notes, had my three boys were working kind of off and on through winter break, and it's actually kind of nice to have them here. They did a great job, great work ethic, worked hard, and just overall had a good time with them. It was enjoyable. Always kind of look forward to the day that they'd be in and we could work together, enjoy lunch, all that good stuff. But as any dad out there, you kind of hope and wish that they find whatever calling that is going to draw them to a fulfilling career. And so as parents, Tiffany and I are there obviously to help guide them in that path. So, but anyway, yeah, so last week I couldn't swing coming in early and then going back to work and then coming back in. I'd done that the week before, but it was just kind of wearing me out. So, oh boy. So, excuse me. So if you are anywhere in the Midwest area or anywhere actually in the United States, you are experiencing the Arctic cold vortex, whatever they want to call it. And yes, it is cold. It is so cold here in Illinois, the Chicagoland area. They've canceled school today, which for those of you in Canada or those of you in the Minnesota or anybody north of where Chicago is, you've got to just be laughing at us, going, "What the heck is wrong with you?" When I was a kid, we wanted to walk to school, and 12 feet of snow, 2 miles both ways, etc., etc. And I do not remember as a child or as a kid school being canceled because it was so cold. And it's honestly, it doesn't feel that bad. I know in the garage, we park in the garage. We're pretty lucky to do that. Garage is about 27, so everything in there is freezing. Beer is freezing, soda's freezing, muscle milk, anything you can think of. We were moving that in last night, and but when I drove out, it's about 5 degrees in the real world. But what is the killer is the wind chill. And for many of you who were not aware, the Windy City is not known for it necessarily being, quote, windy weather-wise. That's a term that was coined by the politicians, being full of wind rather than the actual wind itself. But yeah, with the wind chill, as of right now, it feels as if it is about negative 11 degrees Fahrenheit. But again, there are places much colder in the world, much colder in the United States, that really most people probably look at this and go, "What's wrong with you?" But yeah, today's forecast is to be much cooler than yesterday, and there's a wind chill warning in effect. So be careful out there if you're working. I know that those mechanics out there, technicians who are working in machine rooms, a lot of those machine rooms are actually on top of the building. So as you venture your way into those areas, just make sure you're dressed appropriately and you're not in the elements too long. So as always, safety first, and be careful out there. Don't stick your tongue to anything metal. Especially anything moving that's metal. That's my advice to you. So anyway, I kind of got a late start to the show today, so we're going to skip over the email comments. I do want to thank Bob. I received your awesome shirt here yesterday, and it looks as if it was a gift from the American Red Cross, and it says, "I help save lives." And if you didn't already know, Bob Krieger is a good friend of mine, and is also a donor, a platelet donor for the American Red Cross. So he's been doing that for a long time, and Bob, hats off to you. I really appreciate you shooting me a Facebook post giving or making your most recent platelet donation, I believe, in honor of my birthday, which was last week. So I really appreciate that. To find out more information, go to redcrossblood.org, where you can, or give them a call at 800 Red Cross, which is 800-733-2767. And it's a pretty cool, nifty shirt there. I'm going to show it to you. For those of you watching the show, I help save lives. And American Red Cross does some awesome things throughout the entire world, for that matter. So I can't think of too many other better organizations to donate your funds to. So if you're looking for a charitable organization or to give in some other way, I encourage you to reach out to them and find out how you can help them out. So, okay, do have a serious show today. It's a real tragic accident we'll lead the show out with. So we'll get right into that. As always, send your email comments to elevatorradioshow@gmail.com. And I'll get back to you as quickly as I possibly can. Those of you listening for the very first time, welcome to the show. This is a podcast in which I bring you the news, information that I find online in the last week, and throw it together in a nice little, news soup for you all, so you don't have to keep tracking your Google News alerts, or if you get tired of those things popping up in your inbox, which I do. This is a good way of just checking them out once a week. So anyway, up next, we'll get right into the news.
Let this week's news stories give you a lift on what's happening in the vertical transportation arena. Each news segment is organically dug and fresh with news stories of the week. Got lift? If not, stay tuned.
All right, first news article, extremely serious and tragic accident that occurred down in Florida, where a 12-year-old boy was killed in a home elevator accident. I'm leading with this, and this came from dailymail.com in the UK. Just unbelievable. It's as a parent, I can't imagine ever losing a child. I don't know what I would do. But, the details regarding the accident are somewhat, have not yet been released. But what is known is that the boy went looking for his hamster. And apparently, I don't know if it was an incident where he was caught between the door and the gate. I don't know. I'm just assuming. Or if he was actually able to get into the elevator shaft, by opening the door and then, somehow getting in there. Anyway, it's awful. It's just awful. And obviously, our hearts and our prayers go out to this little boy's mom and dad, who I cannot imagine what they are going through at this time. I encourage everybody out there in our industry, or whoever's listening to the program, whether you're an attorney, whether you are an inspector, whomever, whether you are finding this podcast or this news blog post via just a recent search about home elevators, that you do your part, you do your best to educate anybody you know that has a home elevator how to make sure that it's safe. Contact your local elevator contractor to make sure that door baffles are installed, that everything is as safe as it possibly can be in that lift, because the reality is that there are no two elevators that are alike. There are no two elevators, no home elevator. Well, I shouldn't say no two elevators, but there are no two. You can't assume that every home elevator is going to have X, Y, and Z on it. There is a website out there called HomeSafeCampaign.com, raising home safety awareness for elevators. I encourage you to check this out. Got a good resource page, evaluation tools, communication tools, in terms of if you have a home elevator, please direct people to this site. The site was created based on the Association of Members of the Accessibility Equipment Industry, the NAC, NACA International, ThyssenKrupp. As always, spread the word on safety. Let's make sure no more children, nobody else is injured or killed in a home elevator or elevator in general. That's our goal right now. Okay, so do your part, spread the word, link this website up. Also, as a reminder, the Elevator Escalator Safety Foundation is out there as well. And for those of you not sure who these people are or what this foundation does, they are there to educate the public to ride elevators, escalators, and moving walks safely through informational programs. And they've got some great programs out there. They do address mainly passenger equipment. However, those same riding habits do roll over or do apply when you're talking about home elevators. So again, I can't say it or stress it enough. I never want to see an article like this again if we can help it, and hopefully steps are taken either state-wise or legislative-wise to ensure that nobody gets injured on a home lift like this again. So yeah, just awful. Maybe you know what? I was thinking about this all night long, And when this article popped up, and it's just awful. And so let's all do our part each and every day. Spread the news on safety, and let's make sure that the equipment we install, we inspect, we make parts for is as safe as it possibly can be. All right, that's key right there. And together we hopefully can make a difference in that. So. Okay, next news article, Connecticut woman jumps to her death off mall escalator. Just wonderful. As if we can't, as if there's an issue with trying to educate people on how to ride these things safely. This happened in Stamford, Connecticut. Connecticut police on Tuesday were investigating the death of a 25-year-old woman who jumped 80 feet off a moving escalator to her death. Oh, they're investigating whether this is a possible suicide, indicating that this is a pretty rare incident on this. So. Yeah, I thought there was a image of this escalator system, and how many of you out there have seen escalator systems that have they go back and forth down floors, and then in the middle between the up and the down, or the down whatever, or up and down, I guess you could call it that. There's like a huge space. I swear, they've got these down at Macy's in Chicago, which used to be the old Orchard. Scared the heck out of me to look at these things. You look over the side and you just get the willies. I mean, because you can only imagine that if you were to fall over the side, you'd be in some serious trouble. So again, I'm just surprised nobody's come up with the idea of putting up plexiglass walls or something to try to capture those that are inside, because it just seems like that would make sense, but perhaps aesthetically pleasing, or code officials would say, oh, that doesn't meet code, so you can't have it, obviously. So anyway, not too good. Okay, the viral video of this week's show, New York Daily News. This one was also posted quite a few other places. It's unbelievable. I'm sure this happens more often than not, but the fact that it happened inside an elevator is a bit shocking. Apparently, a Kentucky police officer, caught on camera while wife accidentally shooting self in elevator. Yeah, in the stomach. Man. I don't know, perhaps guns are not necessarily a good idea, right? I'm all for the right to bear arms, but come on. Anyway, so yeah, this got quite a bit of traction. So if you want to watch the video, check that out. Link is in the show notes. KWTV.com reporting a Altamonte woman hospitalized after... What the heck did I post this as? This is in Florida. Seminole County, Florida. Woman broke her leg when it got stuck between the steps of an escalator at a mall. Fire rescue officials said the 65-year-old woman's pant leg got caught in the escalator, and she became trapped as the stairs continued to move. She was hospitalized, but is suspected to be okay. Oh, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Anyway, here's an interesting blog post. Actually, I want to thank. I think I saw this over on the Facebook page, but it did pop up my news aggregator this morning. Governor of Turkey. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name because I can't, but he's the governor of a Turkish province, a northwestern province of Turkey. He has hit headlines again with his new plan to improve public health. He has ordered the cancellation of the first 3 floors of elevators in public buildings in a fight against obesity. Yeah, let's get the government involved and tell us we can't drink our biggie soft drinks and whatnot. But yeah, man, if you did this in the United States, you'd be sued so quickly your head would be spinning. Yeah, just put a credit card swiper inside the elevator. Pay per use. That'll kind of put things in perspective, right? I'm telling you, that might be the way to go. But definitely interesting. You might want to share that with your friends. Okay, congratulations, Elevator Project of the Year winners. And if you want to scroll through the list there, I want to say there is one United States winner in there, which is pretty cool. But the rest of them are pretty much 1, 2. Okay, so there's 2, which is helicopter blade lift and safety rails. That's cool. By Gillespie Corp. Yeah, some really cool. I'm looking forward to reading about these when they are presented. So, Elevator Roll, thank you for putting this together. I'm sure it's not easy to go through those entries, and congratulations to all the winners. Okay, this happens occasionally. If you have a dog, you live in a condo, make sure you either have a leash that is a breakaway leash, or you are very, 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 very careful with your dog in an elevator, because here is some images regarding a dog that survived choking and then a 30-foot fall after an elevator accident. I don't know, that's not 30 feet. I don't quite understand. Maybe it is in dog measurements. Looks to be about 10. Maybe that's how they figured it. Anyway, kind of scary. Just as a reminder, if you are living in a condo, if you have clients who have elevators in a condo, or multiples, floor tenants, make sure you help educate those people as well, because this happens more often than not. And I don't quite know if I think I'd be mentally scarred if I had watched my dog get pulled up in an elevator or down or whatever, because the elevator is just gonna do whatever it needs to do. So real scary, but glad the little pooch is okay, and that's good. Okay, man, critically injured. Here, this is the photo I was talking about. This happened in the UK. Police investigating circumstances of fall from height at Peter Jones store in Sloane Square, Chelsea. Sorry. Look at this image. Again, these are the ones that kind of give me the willies. I'm not quite sure what exactly happened, and maybe they will have more information. But apparently, it's the second accident that occurred in the last 2 months regarding escalators. So
start the interview with a firm hand.
Oh, sorry about that. Love those hidden videos that pop up like that. But anyway, we hope for his speedy recovery. Next articles, sfexaminer.com has an article talking about BART to Shield. Oh, come on. We talked about this 2 weeks ago, actually, and I can't get through this ad. I hate you, ad. Shush. Anyway, BART to Shield, filthy escalators with $12 million investment. That's a lot of money to spend on escalators or whatever, or a canopy. Maybe perhaps a bathroom might be a better, wiser investment if you're trying to keep people from peeing or throwing feces on escalators. But still, obviously, if you're going to have an outside escalator, I would definitely, put a canopy over it. Just makes some sense there. But not all.
It's the Big Shrimp Festival.
Hey, it's the Big Shrimp Festival. Head on over to Red Lobster. Get your cheesy biscuit roll. Anyway, I'll let you guys watch this video on your own, as John Fellon is a post over there regarding cold air and dry rails. And John is the elevator adjuster to post all sorts of intuitive and interesting videos regarding his work in the field. Remember, if you are not an elevator mechanic or technician, do not try anything that John does in his videos at home, or else you will die. That's my disclaimer for you. All right, good. Okay, next article. One released an elevator crash accident. Apparently, the trial has begun in the case regarding the elevator accident at an Istanbul construction site that left 10 workers dead. Court hearing the trial about September 10th. Workplace incident when 10 workers in Istanbul central blah 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 some city were killed after collapse of an industrial elevator. Decided to release one of the 4 arrested suspects after hearing their testimonies on December 24th. Man, talk about holding people accountable for the work that they do and ensuring the safety of others. We don't do that here in the United States. I mean, we really should, but we don't do it. We don't do it the way it should be done. And that's just a sad, sad reality. Okay, Puget Sound Business Journal, press release, new elevator deal lifts 5th in Columbia, high-rise development in Seattle. Global elevator company Kone Incorporated said Tuesday it won an order to provide 19 gearless traction elevators at 5th in Columbia, the 43-story office and hotel tower going up downtown Seattle. Pretty cool building here, so I want to check that out. Link is in the show notes. And it seems to be that the major companies out there are doing pretty good, so nice to see this kind of press. And the last news article of the show, this one I'm just going to recap. I don't think it has anything to do with elevators. How it got stuck in my my news aggregator is beyond me. I don't know. But you know what? I love the feedback on this. And if we had more feedback pushing back to whomever, whether it is state legislators, whether it is whomever, judges, whether it's whoever, I think life would be better. And the reality is that people had written in regarding a lawsuit that was filed after a girl broke her arm on a school playground. And read the comments because they make a lot of sense. They really make a lot of sense. The reality is that I was under the impression that the let's see here. This is utterly ridiculous commenter. Too much government wrote about a lawsuit filed by parents of a child who broke her arm in a playground at Franklin Township School in 2009. Too much opinion shared by others who commented after the article was posted on December 30th, said the lawsuit has been ordered back to Superior Court for further consideration. How the hell are we even wasting our time on this? Right? I just don't understand. So anyway, if you read the comments in here, they pretty much apply to anything you know, any lawsuit you see, and you're like, what the heck are they suing? You're kidding, right? So I think this is awesome, and I hope that legislators and anybody else in this matter definitely listen, because the reality is that unless there's something that I'm not understanding, there's something that's totally, you know, neglected or not kept up to, I don't know, current standards or checked or whatever, lawsuits like this should not be allowed and should be thrown out completely. And I unfortunately, I do, you know, there are ones in Illinois that are, you know, very similar to that. So anyway, so read that, share them, and comment if you like as well. Okay, well, just check the Weather Underground website, and it looks like we are down to 0.9 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like negative 13 degrees. Wind gusts from 9 miles per hour from the north-northwest. For those of you in the Chicagoland area, we don't have any snow in the forecast, which is nice. And it doesn't look like we're going to get any warmer until what looks like, let's see here, tomorrow at some time. But anyway, it's going to be, we're in January. I guess this is to be expected. So, but that's pretty much going to do it for the show, everybody. I appreciate you all tuning in today. Thank you. Stay warm out there. Make sure you wear your mittens and your hats if you are in the freezer zone or if it's too cold for comfort. And as always, practice safety. Make sure that you are spreading the word and educating whomever you can on safety, no matter what. So, all right, everybody have a great week. We will talk to you next Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.